What's up, everybody? We've got our week finale of the NFL Super Wildcard Weekend. We got Monday Night Football again. Hey, we didn't get Monday night last week with the NFL regular season concluding on a Sunday, and but we are back, and I am ready to go. As a whole, to sum up all these games, there weren't very many close games, I guess I should say. The Raiders and Eagles, or the Raiders and Bengals game, and the um, Cowboys and 49ers game, they were close games. But for the most part, we got a lot of dud games, I guess. But I anticipate this being probably one of the better games of the weekend. I know that. Okay, I'm just gonna lay it out right here. Deep down, I'm going to be happy with either of these teams because either of these teams, in my opinion, can beat Tampa Bay, and that's all I really care about. Just to one, be different from Dad, and two, stick to where I was at the beginning of the year. Is I've been riding with the Cardinals. My dad has been riding with the Rams for all season. I know the Cardinals kind of fell off, but there's a lot of pieces that have been missing that are going to be back. They're going to have J.J. Watt, who had a shoulder surgery earlier in the season, was done for the year. He comes back tonight. They've got James Conner and Chase Edmonds both active tonight. And also on the Rams side, they got a guy who hasn't played a snap of football in 750 days. He retired, but he's back, and he's going to be in the secondary for LA, Eric Weddle. There's a lot of guys that we didn't expect to see in the building today playing football. So, I don't know. It's the NFC West Divisional matchup to wrap up the NFL Wildcard Weekend. And my number one rule I had throughout the regular season was no matter who in the division, if it's in that division, they're matched up, I have to take the home team. Well, we're in the playoffs now. I'm going to ride with the Cardinals. I think they can win this game. They had their slump. I think they got their slump done. I think this is where they catch their momentum and they go forward. I see some go Rams and I see some no Rams in the chat. So, I'm glad we're kind of split down the middle on this one. But listen, we all want whatever's going to beat Tom Brady next week because the winner of this has to fly to Tampa on Sunday and play there. So I feel more comfortable with the Rams in confidence beating Tampa Bay, but I still think Arizona can do it. So I'm riding with both of them. But everybody in the chat, Kathy, Nathan, Tim, Candace, Mary Beth is in here hanging out with us. I saw Harpoon. He's probably still over at the IU stream with Dad. Shelby's in here. And anybody else I missed, thanks for coming in here with me. Go whoever trumps Brady. That's what I'm saying. Look, whoever wins this game, I hope they look really good, man. I hope they look like a real playoff team. So I can't be mad as long as they look like they're able to win. Because, look, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a good football team. Tom Brady in the playoffs, we've seen that story 700 times because he's 70 years old and still doing it. But they are beatable. And look, if you watch the fourth quarter of the Eagles and Tampa Bay game, the Philadelphia showed the NFC how to beat Tom Brady, showed them how to beat the Buccaneers. So it is doable. But we got some Monday Night Football. We're about to get to kickoff right now. And I miss that Monday Night Football music. I was here for it. It made me sad when we didn't get it last week because, that means we're getting close to being done. And I'm not ready done. I got the stream cup ready to go today. I haven't had it the last few streams, but I'm fired up for this game. What's up, Nathan Richardson? How's it going? I don't know. Somebody tell me what the final score of that IU game is. Actually, I'll probably get an update to my phone, but I just want to know what kind of mood Dad's going to be in when he gets over here. I don't know if he's going to come up here with me or if he's just going to be in the chat, but I just want to feel it out because if they lose. Hey, Will Ferrell is in the house at the game tonight. Let's get this over here so I can see it. 87-81. So they're still good. Oh, there he is right there. He is down below. Saints showed the world how to beat Tampa 6 regular season games in a row. Oh, I know. I'm right there. Like, Sean Payton, he tries to show everybody, but nobody's following his 78-71. Well, either way. Oh, yep, it just came across my phone. This should be a really good game, though. I was laughing hard at the clip you posted about the Cowboys. Yeah, Wyatt's World is literally my favorite. Like, he is my favorite sports YouTuber, and he has been. He started actually on TikTok, but he got scared that TikTok was going to shut down, and then so he just made shorts on YouTube, and now he like makes actual videos on YouTube. But that man, he does reactions, and all the fun stuff. But he makes me laugh, man, and he's not as big of a Cowboy hater as it would have made it more funny if he was. But yeah, that clip of Wyatt, it gets me.
Did you hear anything more about Mayock getting fired? What that was all about, or if it was just because they wanted to get everyone?
I went to Twitter after I posted that update, and I read the statement that they released. Rich is still in the building. I don't think they're actually going to get rid of him. Like, I think they're going to keep Rich, and maybe Mayock didn't want Rich. I don't know, but like I'm fairly confident they're going to keep Rich. But my game feed just went out. That's a poor time to go out on me. But I'll get that pulled back up here. But they just said, we're gotta just want to flush that whole down the toilet. What's up, Dave? That they were happy to have him, blah blah blah. And I saw a tweet from, I think it was actually Wyatt, the YouTuber, and he was like, "Can't believe Mayock got fired before Mark Davis's barber did." No, I thought that was pretty funny. Where is that? Where'd it go? There we go.
Yeah, today's basketball game was nuts. I'm glad it's over. It was full of stress and anxiety. Hey, are you squared away with your feed or anything like that, or do you need any help for now? If not, I'll come back after I'm done with my videos that I'm doing tonight.
Oh, Nathan, he's just mad at the 49ers. He's mad at the Rams for losing against the 49ers in the last regular season, because if the Rams would have beat the Niners, Saints would have been in the playoffs. But, yeah, I'm good.
All righty. Well, everybody that's in here right now, I hope I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to stay in the chat. I'm going to bounce back and forth for Monday Digs, and I will be back in a bit. Peace.
All right, the Rams are going to kick off first. So Arizona's going to have the ball, and it's going to be a touchback. All right, we'll get us a little scoreboard up here. All right, from the 25, here we go. Kyler Murray takes over. Like I said, they do have James Conner and Chase Edmonds back today, and they start on the ground with Chase Edmonds. He gets the first carry, and he only gets about a yard before he is stopped. There is that. That is back up here. Let's see what we got in the chat. He said he's going to be respectful to Davis. For 2nd and 8, they check it down to look like a tight end. It was not Zach Ertz, and he gets just a couple. It's going to be 3rd down if Davis wants to go another direction, but every single player wants Rich to be the coach. Yeah, it came off to me like Rich is going to stay either way. All right, 3rd and 6 coming up. This will be a big momentum boost for the Rams if they get a 3 and out to start this. Murray stands in. He throws deep to A.J. Green, but they are ruling him out of bounds. So it's going to be 4th and 6. Yeah, he goes down the sideline. He gets him, but he steps out of bounds like before he can get his second foot down. Horns up. Let's go, Ramley. I was waiting to see when you got in here. All right, so they are going to punt. Kick is up. They've got Brandon Powell as their returner. He calls a fair catch at about the 20. Davey Lee, they said he'd been around a long time. I can't remember if that's been their punter all year or not. All right, Matthew Stafford. First playoff game as a Ram, still at work. From the 20. I feel like we're going to see an explosive first drive from the Rams. All right, they got Sony Michel in the backfield to start the game. What's up, Eddie? Who dey? Hand it off to Sony. He gets a big hole. What did I say, man? He's all the way down, across the 50, across the 45. First run of the game. I had a feeling there was going to be some kind of explosive play coming up right here. Two former Bengals legends both playing in this game against each other today in Whitworth and A.J. Green. Can Stafford win first playoff game, or can Kyler Murray win his first playoff game? Neither of these guys. Well, Stafford's played in the playoffs, not with the Rams, but either of these guys really. Sony PS5, Michelle. All right, they made it all the way down to Arizona's 45. They got two tight ends in right now. And they fake the handoff play action. They throw it down to, that looks like Cooper Kupp for a gain of a couple. All I hear is Coop over the PA in there. Looks like Andrew Whitworth got hurt on that first play. Yeah, that's who I was talking about a minute ago. You know, Bengals legend. They should have never let that man's go. But, yeah, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. They're still looking at Whitworth on the sideline. And J.J. Watt just came in for the first time. It's crazy, man. And there's a flag. Michelle won Super Bowl with Patriots. I think he was in I don't remember. I want to say yes. Oh, sorry. I just turned the volume back up. Oh, that's okay, Harpoon. 2nd and 10 coming up after the false start. All right, from the 45 again. They hand it off to Michelle, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I thought so, but I couldn't remember how long he's actually been around. All right, 3rd and 10. Stafford's looking, and he starts running, and he gets taken down from behind. That was Marcus Golden, I believe. Big sack for the Cardinals. Big stop on 3rd down. I do really, and there's a lot of good things to say about the Rams defense. Like, there's not very many guys that I could have anything bad to say about. But, you know, I feel like people don't talk about the Cardinals' defensive line very much. With or without J.J. Watt has been good. So the punt is up, and it's going to go out inside the 10-yard line. Both teams go 3 and out. Well, technically, I guess the Cardinals went 3 and out. The Rams got that big run with Sony Michel and then went backwards after that. They went 3 and out after that play. How's everybody doing? I'm doing. I mean, I've been better, but football's on, so I'm doing okay. How are you doing tonight, Nathan? Tony Michel is a monster in the playoffs and he got the ring. Man, I just, Patriots did their thing, and yeah, he was with them when they got the ring, because it was when they beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship and then played the Rams in the Super Bowl, because that wasn't that long ago. I always forget. That was like the worst game ever, the AFC Championship. But yeah, I totally spaced on that. Who's everybody picking to win the game? Well, I have a really hard time picking this one. If it was a regular season game, I was going to say the Rams, but since we're not in the regular season anymore, I'm picking the Cardinals just because Dad is picking the Rams. And I think I'm just going to stick with that to be opposite of him. I'm very happy with either team who wins this game tonight. Like, I will not be upset as long as this game is fair and played well. Michelle is a clutch player. I actually really loved when the Rams went out and got him. Yeah, see, I'm picking the Cardinals, and I picked the Cardinals in our pick'em thing. I'm going to stick with that. But the Rams are more than capable of winning this game. Cannot pick the Rams. Mary Beth picked the Rams. Daughter versus dad. That's how it usually is, man. When we click on the same page too long, I feel like something's going to go wrong. So I like staying on the opposite side of him, even if I get burned a little bit. We might have been opposites, but I'm ahead of him in our pick'em league, so that's all that really matters. And I would be perfect if I couldn't swallow my pride and take the Bucks, but I couldn't do it. I told you guys, last week and the week before, and I didn't pick them all season long. I wasn't gonna start now. On first down, Kyler Murray's rolling right, and he slides for about a loss of 1. It didn't really. There was like a something across the screen, so they like an image they were talking about, and I didn't get to see how that play started, but Murray ended up rolling right and sliding for a loss of about 1. So 2nd and 11, they're still inside their own 10 right here. Aaron Donald is a freaking beast. All right, 2nd and 11. Kyler stands in. He's still standing. He throws, and he misses Christian Kirk in the middle of the field. Rams have went all out to go chase a ring. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what they've done, and they've kind of built a super team. Like, for them to lose this game, I feel like would be a bigger loss than if the Cardinals were to lose this game. The Cardinals are still working; they're a work in progress. They've got to, but Sean McVay knows how to win playoff games. He's been to the Super Bowl, so they're trying. So I think this would be a bigger loss for them comparatively. 3rd and 11. Pressure's coming. Murray's running through the end zone. He loads up deep down the field. And he had a man wide open. He just didn't connect with him. Wow, that would have been a play, man. He was deep in his own end zone. Yeah, he was under heavy pressure quickly. The pocket collapsed. He rolled right. He was out. He made it out about the 2-yard line. I think these 2 different receivers were on different pages. One of them thought it was going to the other, and the other one was going to the other. So what happens if you go 5 for 5 in the pick'em games? Well, you got to pick the divisional games and the championship games in the Super Bowl. That means if you go 5 for 5 in the pick'em games, you're doing all right. And after this game's over, I'll try to put in. The Rams have not had a first-round pick in a long time, and that's kind of what we were talking about earlier in the season, is like the way that they draft, I don't think first-round picks are important to them. And that, that's okay. What they've been able to do all these different things without having to need a first-round pick. So I think that's, more than okay. I think they haven't had a first-round pick since they got Jared Goff. So 2016 or whatever. But yeah, as soon as this game's over, or as soon as it lets me, I will add the divisional games into the Pick'em League. I meant to say that when I started this stream. But yeah, there's like 5 people that are like perfect so far out of the 20-something that are in. But it won't let me add next week's games until all of these are done. Oh, yeah, there is at the end after we get to the Super Bowl. But no worries, Matthew. Yeah, there's a prize. It's just at the end of the playoffs. Well, Super Bowl, I guess. I'm going with the Rams all the way. Yeah. Man, I'm really disappointed that, like, in my mind, I don't even know why I just blanked completely, but I thought the championship was going to end up being the Niners and Packers, but now they're playing in the divisional round, which really sucks because, I wanted that to be the championship. But Philly lost and Tampa Bay won, so that moves the seeding around, and so we'll see that game next week instead of potentially the championship. Good morning, Ben. I mean, it's not morning here, but I'm sure it's very much morning wherever you live there in Australia. So good morning to you, my guy. Thanks for coming in here with us. About 2 in the afternoon. I mean, he said morning. All right, 1st and 10. Stafford loads up, hits, looks like OBJ in the middle of the field. Rodgers 0-3 against the Niners in the playoffs, and 2 of them. No, I think 1 of them was at home, and 2 of them was in San Francisco. Because I know, like, the not the most recent one, but the one before that I thought was at home. And I could have read that image completely wrong. But either way, he is 0-3 against the Niners in the playoffs. It was like once in the wild card, once in the divisional, and once in the championship, I think. This is only Odell's second career postseason game. 1st and 10, handed off to, looks like Michelle, and Whitworth is back on the field. And he gets 7 right there. So he's due. I mean, yeah, you can definitely look at that either way. He's definitely, I know he's thinking about that, in the back of his mind. So that's not going to, it just sucks. I wanted to see them in the championship because, like, I've been pulling for the Niners, and I don't want you guys to sit here and attack me. It's noon there. Okay. 2nd and 3, they hand it off, and he gets stopped just a little bit short of the 1st down. They're well in field goal range already. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 here. Yeah, that can go either way. Like I said the Green Bay would be in the NFC Championship, but then like the tides had turned, and now they have to face the other team I was heavily pulling for to make it to the championship. So it kind of, I don't know, it sucks. Whoever wins this game is going to be in the championship. Just letting you guys know that, though. All right, 3rd and 1 coming up. They got a guy in motion. Looks like a QB sneak. I think he got the first down right there. They gave it to him, yeah. Yeah, I think he got the first down there. Oh, Cam Akers. That was Cam Akers, not Sony Michel before. It still blows my mind that he's back playing football. But I'm so happy to see him on the field. I'm so happy to see him healthy. I seriously just love that kid. That'd be one of the jerseys I got if the Rams won the Super Bowl. That'd be a heavy consideration. I know he wasn't a big factor in this Super Bowl run, but first down and 10, they hand it off to, I think that's Akers. I don't know. Their numbers are all close. Yeah, that was Akers, and he's down inside the 10, but then a flag comes out, and there's a hold on the offense. There's 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Man, what a run, too. That's not a knife. Pulls out bigger knife. No, that's a knife. Man, that sucks. That was a nice run. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 20 now. The Rams offense have the 3rd fewest penalties in the NFL, and all right, 1st and 20 from the 35. And they go right back to Cam Akers. He gets a hole and gets about 6 or 7 yards. So he's inside the 30 now. Dundee. Cam Akers is a legend, man. Coming back from that injury. I'm still upset because, we drafted for our fantasy teams, and I drafted him, I think he might have been my first or he was my 2nd overall pick, and literally the next day is when his injury occurred, and first of all, I love him. That's why I drafted him 2nd overall, my 2nd pick, but it just broke my heart, man. I love that guy. 2nd and 13, Stafford loads up, hits Higbee in the middle of the field, and now he's down inside the 10 again. 1st and goal for the Rams coming up. It's getting loud in there. All right, so they're going to be about on the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And they hand it off to Sony Michel, and he gets about a yard. 2nd and goal. I was kind of hoping the Cardinals will wear their black uniforms because those are probably my favorite. The black with black pants. But I love the Rams jerseys, man. Every single one of them, they just pop. Just like the Chargers jerseys, they just pop. They're so bright. All right, 2nd and goal coming up. We got Akers in the backfield from the 5. And they hand it off to Akers, and he gets about another yard. Maybe 2. 3rd and goal inside the 5 now. Ow. Yeah, I'm looking for Cooper Kupp on this 3rd and goal. Maybe Higbee. Maybe a slant. Oh, no, he's going to loft it back shoulder to Odell Beckham Jr. in the end zone, and that's a touchdown. That was my next one. I was going to say maybe a crossing route by OBJ, but they hit him in the back of the end zone. Hey, Browns fans, how we doing? How we doing? OBJ's catching touchdowns in the playoffs. How you doing? I swear, he's still living rent-free in their head. They collapsed after he left. And who doesn't dream of electric yellow and blue sheep? All right, the extra point kick is up and good. The Rams strike first. We'll head to commercial break. OBJ's first playoff receiving touchdown. That's insane. Can't believe he caught that and he got held, right? Yeah, man, that was a nice catch. It looked like it was going to be close to being out of bounds where Stafford had put the ball, but just a great play by an actually a good player. And I'm forever going to give the Browns, crap for that. I think they should have cut him sooner because he didn't want to be there and, they couldn't get along. But whatever. They held on to him and let him get inside their heads, man, and now they're still suffering from it. Why didn't the Colts go after OBJ? I don't know, because, you guys got T.Y., and, I feel like it honestly would be a good pick. I like the receiving core. A lot of people talk bad about the Colts receiving core, but you've got Pittman, T.Y. I know T.Y. battles with the injuries. And then you had a guy on IR and that I liked as well. And I can't remember his name right now. Pittman and also Michael Pittman and his wife have a YouTube channel, and I watch their videos too. His video when he got ejected from that one game, which I don't know why he got ejected because he didn't do anything, was funny because he was like, I never thought this would happen to me, but I got ejected. Paris Campbell, yeah, that's his name. I don't mind those guys. They're all good guys. They don't have big names, but they're all good players. I mean, T.Y. obviously has a big name. He's been there forever. He's kind of like AJ with the Bengals, He's always had a big name, but I do think that the Colts do need one more solid, wide receiver one type guy. And then I like your guys' tight ends too. Doyle and do androids dream of electronic sheep? Oh man, I'm going empty brained about everything right now. I can't remember. What's that guy's name? What's your other tight end's name? Mo Alley Cox, that's right. I don't know. I'm just having doo-doo brains. Any other day, I'd be able to tell you everything you need to know. Pascal had a great 2020, but not so great 2021. I think a lot of pressure got put on Pascal. Zach Pascal, yeah, we didn't even name him either. But with, everybody getting injured and it just depended on which week who was going to be your number one receiver. And so I feel like the roles got shifted around a lot. And so it put a lot of pressure on those guys. How sweet would it be for Rondale Moore to catch a big touchdown grab as a rookie? I just feel like it's cool because Elijah Mitchell got a touchdown yesterday as a rookie. Jamar Chase, all these rookies getting those. All right, so they start on the ground from the 25 with Chase Edmonds and only get a yard or two, and now there's people trying to throw some hands. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. It comes down to Wentz, and I'm sorry, Harpoon, if you like Wentz, but after how your season ended, I can't imagine that you love him. You might like him, but I can't imagine that you still love him. And it just, I don't know, that their season ending the way it did frustrated me. I'm thankful because they're a really good team, and I didn't want my teams to play against to get them. 2nd and 8, Kyler Murray gets taken down by Von Miller. Big play right there for the Rams defense. That was a big loss right there. But I am disappointed for the Colts fans. All right, so 3rd and 16. Oh, no, I do not like Wentz. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I know there are people that do. Wait, so Kyler throws it across the field to Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk throws it back to James Conner, and now there's a flag down, but he got a first down. Some trickery. They look like they were both behind passes, but we're going to have to look. No, the first pass might have been forward. It was a great play if it holds up. Yep. Yep, the second pass was too far forward. Oh, man, what a great design play. If only that could work out. But he killed us the last 2 games, and our O-line was suddenly trash, mainly Fisher. I love Fisher. He was with the Chiefs last year, but I feel like you guys had started battling with offensive line injuries even, after you guys got relatively healthy as a whole. All right, so now they're going to punt. It's 4th and 21. Deep down to the 32. He calls a fair catch. So there's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. But, yeah, I'm going to – if I was a Colts fan, you can put the blame on a lot of things, but I would put it strictly on Wentz. And, you've got elite defense. You got an elite MVP caliber running back. There was no reason for them to not make the playoffs. And I'm not going to make fun of the Colts fans unless Peyton comes in here, because Peyton's been coming in here and choosing violence every single day and running his mouth. So that's the only time I'm going to talk bad about the Colts, because he's literally he came in here and told all these Packer fans in here that the Packers were trash last night, and I thought he was gonna I thought they were gonna drive from Wisconsin down here. But we got 2 minutes left-ish of the first quarter. The Rams are going to take over again. See if they can pull away a little bit, because, look, this is what happened in the Niners game is, they started basically perfect until the second half last week. I don't think he'll be on tonight. I don't know. I can never tell when he's going to come on here. But, yeah, the Rams, they started out hot. They were basically perfect and shut down the 49ers the first half, and then the 49ers came back and beat them in the second half. And so there's a lot of question marks on how this game is going to end. We got a lot of football left. Have you checked my odometer? I mean, no, not recently. No, Kathy. What's up, Ian? Thanks for joining us, man. It's always a pleasure to have you in here with us. Let's see what we got going on here. Can we talk about the WTF final play by the Cowboys? All right, listen. I didn't watch it live. I was sleeping. Dad called me. He was very, very animated when he called me. Look, I was dead asleep, and he was animated. I was like, bro. And he was like, you just got to go watch. You just got to go. I was like, bro. Just stop. Give me a minute. I'm not awake. I'll come right back to that, Ben. And so 1st and 10 from the 32 for the Rams, and they hand it off, and he gets tripped up. That's Cam Akers for a loss of 2. And so I get off the phone with him. He's like, hey, your live stream's in 8 minutes. You got to get up. I was like, okay, just stop yelling. He's like, go watch it. Go. I was like, stop yelling. It's just, okay, I hear you. So I come in here, and Nathan Richardson's in the chat already, just dying. And then when we finally get to halftime of the game, I get to watch it. And then after this game, I got off here, and so it's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Rams. And I, go to social media, and I immediately get right back off of social media after I see what happened. Because, the Cowboys fans, you can just say that and it'd be enough. But, so 2nd and 12 from the 30. Stafford goes right back to the ground game. They hand it to Akers. He gets a big hole, gets the first down all the way to the 45. The ball came out, but the ref is blowing it down. But listen, they're like, the refs lost us that game. Well, let's start with all the penalties you had in that game, first of all. The fact that you had 7 yards in the first quarter as a whole. There's a lot of things leading up to that. But Dak has been in the league for 5 years, 6 years, something like that. He should have known the ref has to touch and spot the ball. He put it on the ground. So, yeah, the ref had to get up there and move them so he can do his job before they can try to snap the ball. Look, you can say the refs lost you that game all you want, but you shouldn't have ran it 20 yards up the middle. Your linemen aren't going to be able to run as fast as you to keep up with you to be right there to spike the ball immediately. If he would have only ran it maybe 8 yards or 10 yards, it was 2nd and 1. They just need a first down, spike the ball, and have one more play. I get you want as many yards as you can, but look, it was a very irresponsible play call as a whole. The Cowboys had a crap ton of penalties. They didn't do anything in the first half. They lost that game, not the refs. It looked really bad at the time, but you shouldn't call a QB sneak right there anyway. Dak to the Jets now. That's why Dak won MVP, because he was the worst player on the team because he ran that play. He should have known better. He could have at least ran it a couple yards and then went out of bounds even. There's 10, 12 seconds left. You're going to run a QB sneak. I'm not going to argue with the Cowboys fan. I got off social media. I was like, I'm not dealing with it, but it's freaking hilarious, man. 1st and 10 from the 45 in Rams territory. Stafford steps back. He stands. He's looking. He throws and hits Tyler Higbee for a first down. That was the thing about the growth of Matthew Stafford I want to see. I watched him just now go through the progressions, and then he came back to Higbee. He didn't lock on to one guy. That's where he was making all the turnovers in the last couple weeks. He locked in. But I just watched him look left to right all the way across and came back to Higbee open and hit him for the first down. That's how the Rams will win this game. Cowboys still think Dez caught it. They don't know anything about but talking shit that their team never backs up. That's what I'm saying. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And there's a flag down with zeros on the clock. Okay, so now there's no flag on the play. So we're going to cut to commercial, come back second quarter. I don't know about Dak will definitely. They just gave him that massive stupid deal. No one's gonna pick up that contract if they want to trade him or something, But Jerry Jones said that Mike McCarthy's job is now in question. He might stay, he might not. But I'd say leave him there. If he's gonna call QB sneaks at the end of the game like that, then keep him there so we don't have to worry about the Cowboys. Watch a good video by Uche Onare explaining that it was practically impossible for that play to have worked. Yeah, I went back and watched the broadcasters clip of it, and they were like, yeah, that's not going to work. I don't know what they're doing, but that's not going to work. I thought they wanted to win this game, They have to run the ball, but not a QB sneak with 12 seconds of the game left and the game on the line. Any other time, yeah, they need to stick to their run game. They stray away from it, and that's when things get messy in their offense. They have to have a run game to have a successful offensive game as a whole. But I don't feel bad for Cowboys fans because they're going to sit there and tell you the refs lost them that game. when Dak is a veteran quarterback that knows that the ref has to touch it. The least he could have done was hand it to him. I bet if he even would have handed it to the ref, he might have had time. When it works, for everything that doesn't work, when it works, that was more. Yeah. And I just I think it's hilarious, Nobody other than Cowboys fans, and sorry, Matthew, I know you said you like the Cowboys fans, wanted to see the Cowboys in there. Look, they had a great season. They overperformed from where I put them. They were kind of close to where Dad had spotted them this year. But, I'm happy for them that they had a good season, but they showed flaw in throughout the season when they started straying away from Zeke and Pollard. First of all, you're paying Zeke that kind of money to, stop running the ball after halftime. It's not going to work, you're wasting your money at that point. Dak should watch out how TB12 throws a winning touchdown to beat the Jets. Dallas passes when they should run and runs when there's only time to pass. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if the Cowboys want a new kicker, they can hire Urban. That joke's never going to get old, I don't think. The kicker jokes about Urban Meyer. All right, 1st and 10 from the 41. Rams are driving. Started the second quarter. And they go to the run game. And they hand it to Akers, and he gets a decent game right there. Look, I hope Akers goes off, man. They got to have a good run game, and they got to be able to get through a good run defense if they win this game and expect to go to Tampa and win. They have to be able to run the football, and it's hard to run the football against Tampa, and I feel like this Cardinals defense is good practice. They've got a fairly stout line. There he is. What's up, Peyton? 2nd and 5 now from the 44. And they hand it off to Akers again, and he's going to be brought down about a half a yard short of the first down. So I got a big question for everybody. What was the receiver that tore his ACL? Robert Woods had not gotten hurt. How big of a piece do you think OBJ would have been in this offense? Back to his bar. What's up, Shinks? Good to see you, man. Cowboys fans complain and make too many excuses. They lost fair and square. I think so, too. I think you have to look at the game as a whole, not just right then and there. All right, the Rams are going to take a timeout here. I'm dead. You laughing so hard about that whole thing is just, I think that's what's made me laugh. Urban will get back to grinding away. All right, so 3rd and 2 coming up. Rams only have one timeout left. There's 13:33 left in the half. Cardinals still have all 3 timeouts. All right, 3rd and 2. Stafford's alone in the backfield. They've been running the ball pretty well, so I almost expected them to run it here. They hit a wide open OBJ down the line inside the 2-yard line, maybe 1 yard. 1st and goal. Once again, shout out to the Browns for making this happen. Also, how the heck did the Rams get OBJ still? I'm baffled about that. He was like, oh, yeah, I'm thinking about Green Bay. I'm thinking about all these places. He never wants to the Rams. And all of a sudden he said, yep, I'm signing with the Rams. What? What? Caught me off guard anyway. All right, 1st and goal. Hands it off to Sony Michel. They're signaling he got in. It went a little blurry for a second, but that's a touchdown for the Rams. They go up 2 scores here. Other teams were leery of taking him and dropped the ball. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It was just funny because, like, they never said anything about the Rams, like, at all. And all of a sudden, it's like they're signing with the Rams. It's close. It looks like he could be short. They ruled it a touchdown, so I'm going to leave the 13 points up here until they decide not to. Well, let me see from this angle. Yeah, I think he was short, but it's ruled a touchdown. It's very, very close, but I think he's, like, literally, like, this much short. They're going to review it now, so it's going to go to commercial break. It's been a great start for the Rams so far today. Let's see how the Cardinals fare going forth. I think he was short, but I don't think it matters. I don't think so either. I think either way, if they have to run another play, they're gonna probably get in. But I do think he was short. Like just a little bit, not like a big gap. But I couldn't tell on the first initial when the play happened. All right. I'm ready to see some life out of this Cardinals offense, though, going forth. Click the wrong thing. Cowboys ran up the score on B-level teams, but choked when they played more elite teams. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they also struggled just like against the West teams in general, like the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Raiders. You know, like they just like struggle against the West as a whole. I know they beat the Chargers, but I personally, I'm a Chiefs fan, so I'm not gonna just go out of my way to pull for the other guys in that division. But they made some really bad calls in that game, which changed the outcome of the Cowboys and Chargers game. Excuse me. All right, so they're gonna say he's down by contact. I am gonna take this scoreboard down for the time being because knowing my luck, I'll leave it and something dumb will happen. And it won't be the same score, so thank you. All right, second and goal from the half-yard line. It looks like Stafford keeps. I think they rolled him short. All right, so it's going to be third down and goal. Thank you, Kathy. Are you talking about the Chargers and Cowboys game, Nathan? Because, like, that was horrible. I just said bless you out loud while sitting in my living room. Thank you, thank you. All right, third and goal. They're probably going to run a very similar play. Yep. Stafford sneaks it again. No signal yet. And it's going to be fourth down. They stopped him. Yeah, that was a hard game to watch. I don't remember. There was a game on that I wanted to watch, but I didn't get that channel, so I watched the Cowboys and Chargers game instead. Okay, so he got in on that, but they ruled that 4th down. But yeah, the officiating that game was so bad. So Sean McVay threw the challenge flag for this. I think he got in that last time right there. When they show the overhead, I mean, you can see it. He was like a foot in. I think that's a fair challenge. Sean McVay just literally pointed at the screen up there and at the ref. I was like, did you not just see that? All right, commercial break while they review Matthew Stafford QB sneak. I'm pretty sure he's in. Like he looked like he was like in by a foot. But when they uncovered the pile, I guess they said he was short. The third best team in the NFC West was better than the best team in the NFC East. Well, I feel like that's a very normal thing to say. Usually, I know the Cowboys had a bit of a better season this year, with a better defense and better O-line, but I feel like that statement is almost always true. When the world ends, the refs will stop it to review if it really ended. Man, the officiating this year, and I've noticed that it's gone across all sports, but it's just been insane. Still not as bad as the replacement refs here of football. But what's up, Daniel? Nice to see you, man. What's up, Rick? Gus Stafford. Heck yeah, man. It's nice to see you tonight. Appreciate you, Daniel. I don't even know why this had to be reviewed, because, but I guess a side judge would not be able to see that. Loving my LA Lions. I respect it. And they'll get it wrong. Yeah, they took all the time. All right, here comes the ref. All right, so they confirmed the touchdown. Well, I think that whole stadium might have rioted if they got that one wrong. Bam. There goes your boy. Right into the end zone, Rick. All right. Kick is up. And good. Extra point is up. The Rams take a 14-0 lead. I am super, super fired up for this divisional round next week. I don't know if we'll be able to make it in for the Buccaneers Cardinals / Rams game because it's early on a Sunday, and I will be back to work next weekend. I can't afford to not go to work, and I feel bad missing as much time as I have, but it's been a long week. But we should be here for, I think, the other 3 games as a whole for sure. I think this weekend will be the first time I've ever done a Packers game on here. I know we got a lot of Packers fans in here, and I think we've done a Packers game, but it wasn't me. I think it was definitely Dad who did it. All right, kick is up. It's going to be a touchback. My camera is getting a little blurry on me, so I am going to give her a little fix real quick. Blowout? I don't think so. I'm still a little sus of the Rams just because of how last week ended. They looked perfect through the first half. And second half, their defense stopped playing. And I don't know. It was a little shaky. But I think Rams are more than capable of closing this game out. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think that'll be my first Pack game on here. So that's for all of you guys. 1st and 10. Murray gets sacked, but he kind of sat down before he got hit. I gotta see that again. He kind of just sat down. He ducked and then just spun to the ground and got touched down for a sack, but that was probably the easiest credited sack one of those guys have ever gotten. All right, 2nd and 17 coming up from the 18-yard line. They fake the handoff. Murray's under pressure. He loads up and it throws it into the ground, headed towards Christian Kirk. Murray's got to settle down, man. Also, no robot voice today. I made sure of it. What's up, Lindsay? Welcome back. It's okay. 3rd and 17 coming up. It's getting real loud in the stadium. I expect a deep shot here. Murray's rolling. Oh, he checks it down to Rondale Moore. Sleepyhead, man. I'm so tired. I didn't get out of bed until 3 hours ago. That's the whole day. I got up and went to the couch and watched the IU game while Dad was live. But I was sitting on the floor actually. So 4th 11, the Cardinals are gonna punt for a 4th time in a row. But yeah, I just sat on the couch or on the floor and watched some basketball, and I don't know. It's been a waste of a day, but I've just been so tired. Rams need to meet the Bucs to release 20 years of frustrated out onto Brady. I mean, they did that once this year, so that's why I'm and it's no disrespect to the Rams. Is kind of why I want the Cardinals because they haven't faced each other this year. But the Rams have beat the Bucs this season, so I saw what happened to the Chiefs when they beat the Bucs in the regular season and then they met again last year. It just makes me nervous. Turn off the TV now watching you. Wow, slept the day away. Yeah, I've been real sick for I don't know, 2 weeks now, I think, Lindsay. And I just don't have the energy. Will the Death on the Nile remake be worse than the Orient Express remake? I don't know, that the preview looks good. But they always show you the best looking parts, I guess, in the preview. Was their Orient remake bad? Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't seen that, so I can't compare what I would think. Thanks, Lindsay. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm hoping because we were gonna try to go to the championship game if Cincinnati was in it, but if I'm still sick, I'm not even gonna try to spend money on that because I could not sit in a car for that long. This weather keep changing. Yeah, that's definitely not helping. I think it's 26 degrees here right now, which isn't as cold as it has been in the past week, but it's still cold. Did IU win? Yeah, I believe the score was like 78-71. I get to go back to work tomorrow. Heck yeah, Dave. I go back to work on Friday. Eat your protein, gives you more energy. I'm having some burgers for dinner tonight, so. I was so bored last week. Yeah. That's pretty much how it's been for me. I'm scheduled Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays right now, and I didn't work Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and so I was like, I worked last Sunday and was off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then didn't work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I don't go back to work till Friday. So yeah, it's a late dinner. I did eat earlier, but so Buccaneers versus Chiefs again in the Super Bowl. Nah, Buccaneers are losing next week to whoever wins this game. Whoever wins this game is going to beat them. Remember that crappy DJ called Borgor? I feel like I have not heard, but I've heard of. 1st and 10 from the 50 for the Rams. Stafford was in trouble, but he takes off running, and he gets 5 yards. Say it. I need you to say it. Just say you're right. Rub it in on me. Free blow. Go for it. I mean, the refs didn't lose that game for you. The Cowboys lost that game for you. That's all I'm going to say. Packers versus Bills. It's going to be whoever wins, Green Bay or 49ers. Whoever wins that game is who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Chief Mahomes will make 5 TDs to beat the Bucs. 2nd and 6 now for the Rams from the 46. And they hand it off to Akers? Sony Michel for a couple. Yeah, I think the Bills have something to prove, but I don't think the Chiefs are going to let them do what they did to them the last time they met. Yeah, I understand, Rick. Yeah, I do. But I do feel like the Eagles in the fourth quarter yesterday showed how to beat the Bucs. So I feel like one of these teams can. 3rd and 4 now. I know Matt Stafford's foot is hurting him right now, man. That turf toe. 3rd and 4, he throws, and he's going to hit Cam Akers. He almost made the grab. That would have been a huge gain. Cards are not here to play. I think they just haven't settled in yet. I hear buffalo cheese melts really well. Fair enough. But the Chiefs can take revenge on TB on the Super Bowl. Tom Brady won't be in the Super Bowl again this year. I told you the day they won the Super Bowl that they would not be back in the Super Bowl next year. And this team is still a good team that he has. 4th and 4, the first punt, second punt for the Rams. And it's going to be on the 1-yard line. What a great special teams play by the Rams. But, the Tampa Bay has got a good team. They're a really good team, but they're not the same as they were last year. They're not as explosive. They're not as dangerous. I don't trust them to make it all the way to the Super Bowl. Card's not ready yet. Too young. Yeah, that's the one problem I have. Like I picked the Cardinals because my dad picked the Rams, but this is a very young squad still. Like, and that's just how I felt about Philadelphia. That's how I felt about the Bengals and the Raiders. Like they're all talented. They've got a lot of talent in all these teams, but there's a lot of no playoff experience in a lot of these teams. You joke, but my dad worked with a cheese plant in Buffalo. The Saints show the league how to beat the Bucs twice a year. Yeah, no one can seem to replicate that. But the Cardinals getting a stop on defense right here could be good for them to make, an attempt to move forward in this game. Start playing catch up a little bit. See, they're straying away from the run game because they're already down 2 scores, but I feel like, I feel like they still need to try to run the ball. It's still the first half. And the Finns showed the league how to beat the Patriots twice a year. One of those weird things, right? Mahomes has become a lot more patient. I know he has like a decent number of interceptions, but only a couple of those were like really bad. And the Colts showed how not to make the playoffs. Yeah, man, the Colts should be in the playoffs. It's just stupid. But I'm calling it. Whoever wins in Lambeau next week will be in the Super Bowl for the NFC. I think that Bills-Patriots game that we witnessed on Saturday was 20 years of pent-up rage coming out. Yeah, I don't know if they can maintain putting up 47 points against teams like that in the playoffs. I think they can play well enough to win, for sure. I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to go and just smack them around. I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is probably going to be one of the better games of the weekend as well. But, I mean, all 4 games this weekend is going to be fantastic. All right, 1st and 10 from the 1. They go to the run game, and he gets a couple yards, maybe down to the 4. That was James Conner's first carry. Colts shouldn't be in the playoffs, yeah, because they went and got wins. But if they hadn't done that, they should be. Eagles and Steelers show that there shouldn't be a 7 seed. I also agree with that. 2nd and 7. He's looking. He throws deep. He's got A.J. Green down at the 25, and then he said he's let go. So they're talking about if he actually caught it or not. Now A.J. Green is down. Why not mention the Bengals in the Super Bowl? Well, because the same reason, I don't know about Arizona right now. It's like, are they talented? Yes. Are they very talented? Yes, but they have a lot of inexperience. I still think they can beat the Titans. I got more than enough confidence in that. Yeah, I never saw. I just started seeing the replay. I can't tell. One rep said a catch and one rep said an incomplete pass. I had an 8th seed. There we go. Now you're talking. Or should we go ahead and hire ex-players to be full-time refs, send them to ref school? I mean, honestly, they know the rules. So they said they have the ball moved to the 25, so that means they ruled it a completion, but they're still talking about it. Just make it the NBA and let everyone not picking top 5 into the playoffs. All right, so they ruled it a catch and then fumble out of bounds at the 24. So the ball is going to be put at the 24. It does look like a catch, but I can see that call going either way. So so Sean McVay is going to challenge this. All right, this is so they're gonna go back to commercial break, and they're gonna talk about it for a minute. Joe Burrow can be TB12 20 years ago. No, I'm not saying he's not capable of winning a Super Bowl. I think they are definitely capable of getting there. Yeah, they're out of challenges and timeouts now. Well, unless they get it, then I guess they get to keep their timeout. You said that's definitely a fumble. That's what they ruled it on the field. Yeah, football moves kind of subjective. Yeah, so that's where he gets the 2 feet in, and I see him move it from here to up against him in a weird way, but it moves in between from here to here. The football moves, so that's where it makes it either way. I don't know. Is that B2K? B2K. Yeah, see, I'm not going to be confident and be like, yeah, Bengals go on Super Bowl. I'm just happy. They could lose this week and I'll still be happy. I think they can beat Tennessee, but they did lose a couple key defensive line pieces that could end up making a difference. Yeah, BTS. Yeah. They're pretty Korean boys. Aren't all scoring plays reviewable? Yeah, all scoring plays are reviewed, but this isn't a scoring play. Yeah, most of them don't need it. Every time I see BTS, though, I feel like it's back to school. That's what I think of. I don't even know what they're actually called, what the BTS stands for. Oh, yeah, I was like, I don't know B2K. All right, the ref is back. So now they ruled it incomplete. Is that actually, or did you just say that? Yeah, AJ got his ankle stepped on in that play. That might be why he went out. But it looks like he's back out there. It is the Bangtan boys. I also don't know how you get BTS out of that, but I also don't speak Korean. That's fair. Yeah, I had no idea what it stands for. I just called them back to school because, that's what I think of every time I see BTS. All right, so now it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals. AJ's back on the field. Born to kill. All right, so the Cardinals from the 3.5, 4-yard line. 3rd and 7. Finally, we get this play. There's 8:07 left in the half, by the way. All right. Ball snap. Kyler standing in the end zone. Gets a lot of time. Gets sacked. And he throws an interception for a touchdown. He should have took the safety, man. He should have took the safety. And that's going to be a pick 6. Was he down, though? Was he down, though? Let's see. Because maybe they can challenge it that it's going to be a safety. Nah, he wasn't down. Murray literally just pulled a wins. Oh, that's ugly, man. That's ugly, man. All right, the extra point kick is up and straight down the middle. For forward progress, yeah. Stafford did that early. Yeah, I was thinking, I felt like I remember seeing like that, and I think that's exactly what happened to him against the Titans. Sheesh. Peyton, which side are you on? Because I'm getting really confusing vibes from you. Are you wanting the Cardinals to win or the Rams to win? I'm very confused. All right, 7:59 left in the second. The Cards are going to try it again. Kick is up. And they bring it out of the end zone, which was a mistake. So they're going to be at the 15-yard line. No, 10-yard line. Somewhere between the 10 and 15. The Cardinals have a -1 total offense yards. What that you said that's what they get for that terrible call, and then you said you're rooting for the Rams. That doesn't make sense. Matt Schaub did that against everybody. Peyton equal pro chaos. True. From the 14, 1st and 10, Murray's getting chased. He throws it down to Zach Ertz, down to about the 17. This game's freaking nuts. Thought we were gonna have one good game this weekend. I mean, we did have a good game. We saw the Bengals, Raiders, and the Cowboys, Niners, but the other two were complete blowouts. I feel like this was supposed to be the balancing game. Rams D-line is savage. 2nd and 5. They hand it off to Connor. He gets a first down just short of the 30-yard line. That was an 11-yard run. Cards need something here. Stafford is a good second half QB. Bengals, Raiders, Cowboys, Niners, all the other games have stunk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the ending of the Cowboys game was awesome. It's 1st and 10. Murray has time. Now he's rolling. Then he finally flicks it downfield and overthrows somebody. The reversal of the call benefited the Rams. But Peyton said that the call should have stand. Because if they didn't reverse the call, the Cardinals would have moved up 25 yards or up to the 25-yard line. Yeah, Ertz went to bed like 3-4 and woke up like 8-0 or something like that one day. That's true, Crafty. Yeah, definitely. 2nd and 10. Kyler juggled, went into the defender's hands, and then went right into Rondale Moore's hands for a first down. It was definitely a fumble on the Cardinals, but then it would still be the Cardinals' ball, but it would be down to the 25. They would have moved 15 yards. That was a crazy play. Edmonds got the ball, and he gets across the 50 in the Wildcat for another first down. Dude, that was crazy. He, basically intercepted it, and as Rondale Moore was falling, he just pulled it into his lap. All right, from the 50, 5:45 left in the half. The Cardinals are moving for the first time today. Quick pass behind the line of scrimmage to... It looks like Rondale Moore. Lost track because I pretty much don't care who wins this. Yeah, if they would have ruled it a fumble, the Cardinals would have got the first down and moved 23 yards because it would be a catch and then fumble out of bounds. But they reversed it to an incomplete pass, which made it a third down and long from the 9-yard line or whatever. From bad to worse, yeah. 2nd and 12. Tight end in motion. They fake the handoff. Pressure's coming. They dump it down, and it's a tipped ball, and it's picked off at the 50-yard line. Wow. They just need to get to the halftime. They need to go sit down. They need to all go take a shot of something, relax, and then try again in the second half. That's what the Cardinals need to do. I almost choked and died tonight. Okay, hear me out. 16 teams in the playoff year. Next year, too many. So you want the 8th seed, Nathan. Best I can do is 4. What? All right, 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 49. Sam. Matthew Stafford takes a shot, headed towards Cooper Kupp, but over his head. Sailed it, yeah. But, dead serious, nobody's around. I couldn't move or do anything. Peyton. That's not good, man. 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Stafford looks, throws, hits OBJ in the middle of the field. There's a flag down, and he crosses the 30 near the 25. So it's a hold on the offense. It's going to bring that back. Time to get rid of Cardinals quarterback. Man, I don't know. I don't know if it's him but the offensive, the Rams D-line is not giving him time to do anything. So I think it honestly might be the offensive line at this point. At 2nd and 20, they go to run the ball. And it's going to be a loss of 2 when they hand it off. He just smacks him. Cards hope. And maybe because he's a hobbit. True. But I don't hate the short people, man. Cards have to hope the Rams have another second half meltdown. That's what I'm saying. They said that Andrew Whitworth is the 8th player ever, 40 or over, to start a playoff game, and he's like the oldest active player other than Tom Brady. 3rd and 22, they run it. Something Funk, rookie running back. Now Cards know why Ravens fans always cry, and that's true. That's very true. All right, Johnny Hecker on the punt. Kicks up. Amy's walked in, or I definitely would have died. I'm glad he walked in, man. I wish he was still with the Bengals, though, Jonathan. Bengals are dumb for letting him go. Cardinals have to put points on the board to stay alive in this game. I agree. I mean, it's very hard not being able to see over your offensive line. 1st and 10 from the 10. And looks like there's going to be a false start. All right, so it's going to be from the 5. First and 15 from the 5-yard line now. 2:46 left to play. Cardinals got all 3 timeouts. The Rams still have 1. He fakes the handoff. He stands into the end zone. And he pretty much throws it away. Cha-cha. That was the shortest pick in NFL history. Pick 6. Second and 15, 2:39 left now. From the 5, Kyler Murray looks, throws, tries to hit Ertz. Nearly picked off. Yeah, this offensive line is like not able to stop this Rams defensive line in postseason history. All right, 3rd and 15. Pressure's coming. Murray steps up, hits Rondale Moore. Gets him to about the 11. It's going to be 4th down. At this point, fake punt it. Someone's hurt in the Rams secondary. Oh, it's David Long, the guy who got the pick 6. All right, he got up. He's walking off on his own. But it looks like it might be his left ankle, leg. All right, so that's going to roll it down to the 2-minute warning. And that means we're going to cut to commercial break. I will never eat a cheeseburger again after tonight. That happened to me when a while back, like a long time ago, with a cheese stick, like a mozzarella stick, and it took me like 5 years to like eat cheese sticks again. I'm gonna have a cheeseburger for dinner. Actually. Still laughing about that. I thought they meant the shortest combined height. Now I hikey want to get a cheeseburger. I'm very excited to have a cheeseburger for dinner. Has anyone tried Dave's Killer Bread? I don't think so. He weighs as much as 3 astronauts combined. I have to go for now. I'll be back later. All right, Nathan. Sounds good. We will see you later. Dave's Killer Bread is good. I'm going to have to try it. I'm making barbecue pork chops when I get home. That sounds pretty good, too. I'm running out for a double with cheese only from Wendy's at halftime. That is the best way to do it, man. I've been getting that Wendy's well, I don't go to Wendy's that much, but the $5 bag deal they have going on right now. It's like a double bacon cheeseburger with like nuggets, fries, and a drink. I like the green one. I think it is good seed. Dave Killer Bread. I'm going to have to look into that. Fair catch at the 42. I was going to take the other one to work in the morning, but it almost killed me, so you can have it. Dude, I love getting the 50 pieces. I, don't look like someone who could eat them, but I can put away some Wendy's nuggets. All right, Bursington from the 42. They don't advertise it much, but you can ask for it. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen my Wendy's even advertise it, so they stick to the run game. And hand it off to Sony Michel. He gets about 8 yards. But, I've never seen it like on the menu or anything, but I've asked for it a couple times. Baconator with Baconator fries fully loaded. Heck yeah. Remember when Beavis was choking on the chicken and Butthead had to save him? Yes. Dude, my favorite like old episode is like the nosebleed scene. And they call the cops and he's like, Beavis is bleeding. Bacon is gross. What? I had bacon and eggs. No, I had bacon and waffles last night for dinner. The nosebleed. Yeah, that's like my favorite, man. All right, 3rd and 5 coming up from the Rams. There's only it's under a minute left. The clock's rolling. I'm gonna die. Passes dropped to Tyler Higbee, so it's gonna be 4th down and 5. Yeah, he puts like the bag over his head. He's like, and it just fills up with blood. He just slaps him. And he's like shivering. It's like I've never seen a nosebleed so dramatic before in my life. He's like shivering, like he's like completely soaking wet, and just like. Gotta head to bed. Gotta get up in 5 hours. Have a good night, Peyton. Thanks for coming in and choosing chaos. I like when they buy the non-alcoholic beer and the cop shows up. Man, that show's gold. I don't even care. Higbee has gator arms lately. Yeah. I mean, that was a 1st down and he just dropped it. All right, 1st and 10 from the 14 for the Cardinals, a dog bite episode. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one. And they just keep it on the ground, and I think they're going to let the clock run out and go to halftime. Have a good one, Peyton. All right, so that's going to be halftime. The new one where they get bit by the homeless guy and they thought they were a werewolf was high comedy too. Yeah, I was really excited when Off to Wendy's be back in a bit. Sounds good, Rick. Yeah, I enjoyed a lot of the newer episodes, but old ones are definitely classic. Let's put this at halftime. Not that it really matters right now. It's been a crazy going rating with the Grassy Posse. I'll be back later. Sounds good. Your Chiefs look real good after that first 25 minutes. See you for a rematch in the AFC Championship. I hope so, man. Jake, that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I want. That's all I could ever ask for in life is that matchup in the championship. Man, I have a sore throat from laughing all night. That's awesome. I'm sorry that you have a sore throat. But yes, I did see that Tom was live right now. Yeah, the first half kind of scared me a little bit, but, I was like, as long as they don't lose this game, it's okay. Halftime, shower song, anyone. Okay, let me go to my music and let me hit shuffle. See if I can get anything good. What's up, Dad?
Chica.
Right now I'm trying to find a good halftime song for Dave to listen to. You got anything good that you listened to recently?
Wage War. I've been listening to Wage War quite a bit.
I've given him a couple Wage War songs, and he wants songs, not bands. Dave said that is gross. Yeah, Dave came in here and told us he didn't like Grease at one day.
I can't think of anything that I've really been listening to lately.
I'm trying to find
Specifically,
something.
everything's random.
How about okay, I got one. No, I didn't mean to hit go to artist. I just want to go to the album. Okay, Hollow Bodies by Bless the Fall. I think that's the one. Yeah, well, I'll go with that. Hollow Bodies by Bless the Fall. So what do you think about this first half?
I feel like if this team can put together 40 minutes, they can still win the Super Bowl.
We're not talking about the Super Bowl. We're talking about this game.
Oh, I just think that when this team plays together, they might be the best team in football. So I think
we've seen two other teams blow out teams too, though. So
yeah, I've had this feeling about this team all year, and I think it's time that they finally come together and finish the deal.
I mean, they should. Like I said earlier at the beginning of the game, this would be a bigger loss for the Rams than it would be for the Cardinals. The Rams went out and built a super team basically. So if they lose in the first round, it's like that's embarrassing. That's huge. Something's wrong. The Cardinals, they've been trending like this the last couple of years. Maybe Cliffsbury's, leadership comes into question, but they've been trending like this. They're getting better each year, but they've been trending in the exact same direction like every season. They just actually made the playoffs, so they made it one step further than they had. So them losing it is not the end of the world. The Rams losing it, there's going to be a lot of backlash from that. So the thing is what I'm like worried about is like I said earlier, the 49ers game last week. Like the 49ers got the Rams number, that's fine, but they were a completely different team in the second half.
That's the question. That's all I'm waiting for right now is to see if they can put it together for another half. Because the Cardinals haven't been able to come back on anybody since I don't know week 5, 6, somewhere around there when they were playing good football. So
Yeah,
they're not a really good measuring stick.
All the Rams need to do is keep pressure on Kyler Murray because like that offensive line is folding to the Rams defense every single play, folding. He's either being sacked or chased.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The other thing I noticed today that seems a little bit different, and I know it's only so many plays, but do you see a different energy on that offense when Cam Akers is on the field?
I mean, that's the difference for me personally of energy when Cam Akers was hurt versus on the field. Cam Akers last year gave me life.
And OBJ looks like OBJ should look.
Yeah.
Tells you how toxic Cleveland is.
No, I already knew that.
I know, but it gives you some real insight because it just seems like
I'm in the wrong group. Good luck, Alex Shane, with all you guys do.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks, Matthew. Appreciate it, man.
He's in the wrong group. I don't understand that though.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but good luck with whatever you got going on, man. Kenneth, what's up, man? How's it going? What's up, Nathan? Question, Shane, are you gonna eat those wings again? Yeah, when me and him go and do it, because he was mad that my brother went without him and did it. And so he cried until they brought him some home because he couldn't wait when I'm always available. Oh, I forgot Peyton and Eli was broadcasting tonight. I'd probably be watching that one. I just did my own wing challenge and I won. Heck yeah, Jake. The Cards are not playing because they suck. I still don't think so.
Yeah, I don't have as much faith in Kyler Murray as I did early in the season, that's for sure.
Man, this offensive line is making so much sense for why he can't do anything right now.
That defensive line of LA is pretty sick, too.
Candace said, tad bit nervous about my Titans playing those Bengals. You guys got some firepower.
We're really hoping for an offensive shootout, honestly, because with the defensive line injuries we got right now, knowing that we're not going to get Ogunjobi back for sure, that's going to make us weak on the run. So it's going to have to be one of those games for us.
But I'm just trying to throw back to last season. Our defense, the Bengals defense was just not as good as it is now as a whole. And so, they were able to handle the run then. I just feel like they're a team that has gotten over the years much better as a team at stopping the run. I just want a better game than these Cardinals and Rams. Yeah, I just want a good game.
I'll take that.
I take a good game all day. This is hard to watch, when it's just not even a game.
I tell you what, I mean, if this Rams get it together, they got potential.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Like I said, they should win this game.
So much inconsistency in the league this year too. Teams go up and down.
Yeah, I don't know. This game's been just whack. It's completely whack. I knew it would. I'm not gonna say I knew it would be like this. I knew it would be a very high tension kind of game, and it has been. Despite the score, you take the score away, you can tell there's tension between these dudes, whether someone was winning or not. And that comes with playing divisional games. Playing the same team 3 times in 1 year is a lot. Titans Bengals could be the best game next weekend. Next week and is going to be blazing. Yeah, I'm fired up for that Chiefs and Bills matchup, man. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm scared.
I think both AFC games next weekend are going to be phenomenal.
I think both NFC games are going to be phenomenal. I mean, look at it. The Packers and the Niners, man. That was my 2 NFC championship predictions, those 2 teams. Now they're going to be mating in the divisional round instead. And so, that changes everything for me. And then, if the Rams win this game, just saying, and they continue to play this hot, which, see, this is what I'm saying about the difference in, everyone's, talking about how Buffalo is going to come steamroll Kansas City because of what they did to the Patriots. That's a divisional game. Divisional games either are too close to touch or complete blowouts. I feel like they're not just normal games ever. So you can't base Buffalo on how they play against their own division. Just like you can't base Kansas City based on how they play their own division. They are scary against their own division, and then they play really great against everyone else. Usually Kansas City, they usually win, but they're not consistent, against their division. But when they go out and play NFC teams, they're really good. I think they were perfect against NFC teams this season. So you can't base Buffalo, based on how and what they did to the Patriots. And you can't base the Rams and Cardinals, whoever wins this game, on how they beat them, because divisional games are just different. I won't make it to this week if the Cardinals pull a Dallas. Nathan's losing it, man. He's been losing it ever since that play.
I'm still in shock over that, and I can't believe that they sit there in the post game press conference and justified running the ball there. Makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just bad.
I would have had a lot more respect to say, that was a bad play call. We shouldn't have put it in the officials' hands to be able to run at 50 years old. Something like that, It was a bad call, but they stuck it out.
But, like, the Niners are good, man. Like, without a doubt. Any of the 8 teams left, assuming the Rams hold on, are good enough to win it all. Best final 8 I can remember. I'm right there with you. Like, there's some teams I would have liked to see in the playoffs that didn't make it due to whatever. But, I think all these teams have done really well. I'm fixing my camera.
That's the one thing about this webcam that doesn't work out so well is that it wants to fuzz up a lot, and I can't figure out why.
Yeah, mine just literally just did it again.
Okay, I'm going to jump. They're kicking off right now. I'll see you at the end of the game.
All right, I'll be here. They expect these refs to run 4-4s. All right, the Cards are going to kick off. So the Rams are going to start with the football again at the beginning of this half. Kick is up. And they're going to let it be a touchback. Let's see how efficient the Rams run the ball this half with, see if they made any adjustments for the Cardinals to stop the run in any way. All right, from the 25, looks like Michelle in the backfield. Could be Akers. Yeah, that was Sony Michel for about 4 yards straight up the middle. All right, 2nd and 7, so he only got 3 on that run up the middle. All right, they go right back to the run game with Michelle, and they get the stop. It's going to be 3rd and about 3. If the Cardinals want to even think about the rest of this game, they probably need to stop on this 3rd down right here. All right, 3rd and 3. Stafford's alone in the backfield. Throws, hits Higbee in the middle of the field for a big gain. 1st down. I'm just glad that we don't have to hear the Saints fans because we beat them in the playoffs again. Well, if the Saints were in, I don't think you'd have to play them. But that was the worst no call of all time. That's why they're mad. They're not mad that you guys so much as the refs, but yeah, I understand. All right, 1st and 10 from the 42. Throws, and it went through the hands of Cooper Kupp. 2nd and 10. All right, 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, quick pass on the outside. It looks like to Odell Beckham, and he gets tripped up. He only gets about a yard. Third down and long coming up for the Rams. Just made it home. Heck yeah. I'm glad to hear that, Jonathan. Third down and 8. Stafford he gets hit as he throws, and it's thrown up and nearly picked, but now there's a flag on the play. So there's a hold on the defense. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And it's going to be a first down. Stafford's holding his chest. Yeah, Stafford took a shot right there. Be right back. Sounds good, Nathan. Yeah, that hit looked like it bothered Stafford just a little bit. I'm sure he's all right. He's still out there, you know. All right, 1st and 10 from the 49. They throw They toss it to OBJ, and he throws it deep down the field to Cam Akers. Another trick play. And the Rams get down the field in the red zone now. I was really confused about that play, but I forgot OBJ can throw. All right, 1st and 10 for the Rams from the 11. It looks like the Rams called timeout. I also listened to some Lamb of God and Ramstein. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, 1st and 10 now from the 11 after the timeout. And he fakes the handoff. Then he ends up throwing it to Cooper Kupp, and he only gets about 3 yards. Second down and 6. OBJ has more passing yards now than Kyler Murray does. All right, from the 7. Matt Stafford's looking, throws real low, but he gets it to him. That's Cooper Kupp for another touchdown. This game is about over now. Cooper Kupp pretty much picked that up off the ground. These games are crazy, but what's up, Go KU? extra point is good. What a snag. Yeah, he caught that like pretty much down up off the ground. I need Tampa to lose their next game. Well, it looks like they're going to be playing the Rams, so. Rams Times Mutter was one of my favorite albums of the early 2000s. Rob just texted me and said, wow, didn't see this coming. I talked to him about this game earlier today. Neither did I, man. I thought this would at least be a 7-point game. Not a 28-point game. But you're right, Daniel. That's how the wild cards can be. I was hoping not, but they didn't get a stop here up on this first drive, so Cup caught one like that in the previous Cards game. If I remember correctly. I feel like I watched that game, but I can't remember. It's a couple weeks ago. Brady doesn't need another Super Bowl. He has plenty. Yeah, that's true. I saw them on the Mutter Tour. It was amazing. That's pretty sweet. I've never seen them. Arizona fans on Facebook calling for McCoy to be put in. I mean, if he doesn't do anything on this first drive of the second half, I don't see what it's going to hurt. But, I don't even know if it'll make a difference because, if you watch every single drive they've had, Murray's being chased on every snap that the ball isn't a run play. Offensive line is not holding that Rams defense at all. Kick is up. And they're going to let it be a touchback. I don't mind McCoy that much. He didn't do bad filling in for Kyler for the 2 games or whatever it was. Mr. Bilbo's being outdueled by Stafford. That's what I'm saying. Let Murray have this drive. If he goes 3 and out, then I would say consider it. Stafford's finally going to get that no play off monkey off his back. That's the one thing I was really hoping for this season since my Lions mercifully traded him. All right, so they hand it to Chase Edmonds, and he gets a yard or 2. So it's going to be 2nd and about 8, I believe. Yeah, 2nd and 8 coming up from the 27-yard line. Murray's alone in the backfield. Murray's flushed right. He throws, and he hits Rondale Moore for a first down. He's worse than Big Ben. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I'd say the Chiefs' defense against Ben Roethlisberger was a little bit. Yeah, they got similar offensive line, so yeah, that's true. All right, from the 38 now. They're trying to get something going on this drive. And he hands it off to Edmonds again. He gets across the 40. All right, 2nd and 8 coming up from the 40. Murray looks, he throws a check down to set up a screen, and they were unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. Teams have been so focused on drafting mobile QBs, they overlook basic things like size. Yeah, I mean, there's no denying he's a little guy. And they mentioned something, I think it was last season, about him just not being able to see over the offensive line. All right, 3rd down and 8. They haven't completed a single 3rd down today. They're 45% on the season. And they keep it on the ground, and they don't get there. Next week's game should be a lot better. Division week's my favorite of the season. Yeah, the next week should be really good. All right, 4th and 4. They're going to go for it. Kyler evades the pressure, takes off running, gets a 1st down. They have completed more 4th downs than they have 3rd downs in this game. Looks like I'll have to dust off the old Brady shirt next Sunday. Wildcard weekend weeds out the overachievers. All right, 1st and 10 from the 50. They throw, and he hits Christian Kirk. And they said that's the first play they've ran in enemy tour and territory this game. Second and 4. And they hand it off to James Conner. He gets stuffed up short of the 1st down, so he's going to be a 3rd and short coming up. Look at that graphic. Yeah, right. Without DeAndre Hopkins, how basically bad they've been. All right, 1st and 10 from the 40. They hand it off to Chase Edmonds. He gets about 2. They're moving, but, they're not moving to win this game. They're just moving to not put their defense on the field at this point. All right. For 2nd and 8, they load up the middle of the field. They hit Christian Kirk in the middle of the field for a big 1st down. Aaron Donald's getting into it with... Aaron Donald grabbed some dude on the throat. I don't know what was said. Dude. Somebody's helmet was off. Aaron Donald's hands are in his face. I don't know what started it. Slappy happy, yeah. Sean McVay does not look happy. All right, so they gave the personal foul to Aaron Donald, which would be 15 extra yards. I wonder who started it, because it's hard to tell. Yeah, Aaron Donald grabbed the face mask first, and then the guy grabbed the face mask back, trying to get him back. And then Aaron Donald tried to choke him out. Or at least the Rams aren't punching their own teammates this time. That was the Rams, wasn't it? Yeah, Stafford looked like he was feeling it on that last drive. First and goal now. They throw a quick screen to James Conner, maybe? Takes it down to the 2-yard line. All right, so second and goal from the 2. They hand it off, and looks like James Conner pushes his way into the end zone to finally put the Cards on the board. Ramsey punched a teammate in the huddle 2 weeks ago. It would have been the craziest thing by a player on that weekend, if not for AB. Yeah, it might have been the Cardinals. I don't know which team it was, where they were on the sidelines. And so they're going to go for 2 here. And they were like fighting each other. I don't remember who it was. They'll go for 2, a quick pass. And it's going to be successful. And now there's flags. And now there's another fight on the field. I don't know what's going on. What's up, Rob? Washington, that's what it was. Yeah, the defense was fighting with each other, and that against that Dallas game where they got blown out. Gotta hang sometime. For sure. All right, so this time the penalty goes on Arizona for unsportsmanlike conduct. Jesus, this is about to get bad. Jesus, this is getting really chippy. Yeah, you're right, KU. Like, how's it going tonight, Rob? I saw your text, but I'm streaming the game through my phone, so I wasn't able to answer you. This is ugly. It's real ugly. But the Cardinals finally scored, and so now they're only down by 20 instead of 28. Yeah, it is about to get ugly. I have a feeling the rest of this third quarter and fourth quarter is going to get bad. But Arizona got a quick touchdown after Aaron Donald took that guy's helmet off and had his hands around his neck. So I don't know what happened to cause him to do that. I don't know what was said, but you know, the personal foul is what inevitably got them an extra couple yards after getting down the field a little bit. That's one way for Arizona to get on the board for sure. Yeah, it's just ugly. If you don't listen in the Blood live stream while drinking Big Red, you hate shit. General Aaron Donald. Yeah, I agree, Dave. I mean, he's a heck of a player, but sometimes I tend to think like that as well. I'm actually drinking water today, TJ, but I did have me a Big Red last night. Yeah, it's been a game. It's been a game. We'll see if this Cardinals defense can do anything to make, maybe keep the momentum going, like get a stop and try and come back out there. I don't know what the status of Matt Stafford is. I'm sure he's going to come out here. He has gotten a personal foul last 2 games against the Packers because he's attacked our O-line like that because they were kicking his ass. All right, kick is up. 4:11 left in the third. And he's going to return it from the 10. And he gets across the 30. Have you tried the new Spark or Thrashing Apple? Is the Spark one the raspberry lemonade? Because if so, then yes. And the Apple one, I have not. I bought a 12-pack of the raspberry lemonade one. I do like it, but it is a little sweet, and I don't drink a lot of sweet tasting things. But I did like it. It's just not something I could drink consistently. If the Rams lose this game, then Stafford definitely brought the Detroit curse with him. All right, 1st and 10. They hand it off to Cam Akers, and he gets about 4. It's like a sweet tart. Yeah, I definitely get that vibe from it. It's good. It's really good. It's just a little sweet. Gee, 3 more touchdowns and we'll have a game again. It's possible. Probably not likely, but possible. 2nd and 6 now. He fakes the handoff. He steps into his throw, loads down deep, and hits Van Jefferson. Epic completion. That was a great play. I haven't had the Apple one, but the Spark's pretty good. Yeah, the Spark was pretty good. I did like it. Yeah, that was a great speed by Jefferson to get down there like that. A great pass by Stafford to step into it, with his toe banged up and everything. Hi, Rob, if you're still in here. Yeah, I don't know if he's still in here or not. I know he was. All right, cup in motion. They hand it off to Cam Akers, and he's fighting down inside the 20, near the 15. We got 2 minutes left in the third quarter. There he is. All right, 2nd and 2 coming up here. I feel like they're going to hand this ball off. Has OBGA punched anyone in the butt today? No, Aaron Donald just choked someone out. Hand off to Cam Akers, and he takes him down to the 5. It's going to be 1st and goal. And Buda Baker is down, and I don't know. This looks bad. He's not moving. More commercials are incoming. Oh, no, now they're fighting. Oh, no, they were fighting right as it broke to commercial. That didn't look good. And, yeah, I don't know. He didn't choke anyone out, but he was trying to. And because he was throwing a fit. Yeah, that hit on Baker was intense, and he did not move. Cards have too many speed players, but not enough muscle. That's true. I feel like that's like their entire team. Whoa. This thing is like being Rams score a touchdown here. They should call it to avoid more fighting and injury. I agreed. Visible teams like the Bucks, 49ers, Packers are going to beat them up. I mean, the Rams. Yeah, Nathan, these two teams don't like each other, definitely. I honestly thought the 49ers and Rams game was going to be, like, worse, like, in terms of, like, chippy. But, this one's definitely seemed to be a little bit. All right, so they got the stretcher out for him. This is a good matchup for finesse Rams. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Oh, yeah, that didn't look good at all. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that does not look good. All right, so they just cut back to commercial again. Yeah, they showed that hit, and that was, yeah. Not only the helmet to helmet, but then his head into the ground, and he just kind of like flopped over. Yeah. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I didn't see how serious it was when the play actually happened, because it all happened so fast. We've had a couple bad plays like this season. With a hit in the head and then having to get taken off on the stretcher. But I think this one might look the worst out of all of them. But that one with the Chargers game, I think it was Chargers and Chiefs. It was like on their first drive. That was pretty rough. But yeah, I think this one looks the worst out of all of them. So they went back to commercial. They're not able to move them yet. The Rogers rate comes with free Koto. Left arm did not move. Yeah. Me neither, Nathan. All right, so it looks like they have him on the stretcher. Okay, he lifted his arm up. Yeah, there's a penalty on the play. All right, so now it's going to be 2nd and 11 from the 25. He was moving his legs at one point. Maybe a bad concussion. That's what I was thinking. Matt Stafford's running. He rolls out and he's running. He gets at least close to a first down where he steps out of bounds. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like a bad concussion. He did start moving that arm as well. He, stuck it up and waved. Yeah, that's just scary. Yeah, I didn't see the legs either, but I'm glad to hear it. All right, 3rd and 1 for the Rams. COVID comes with MVP trophy. All right, 3rd and 1. They go to the ground with Akers. And J.J. Watt meets him for a loss of 4. So 4th down coming up. I'm sure the Rams are going to be content with taking a field goal here. Yep, so Matt Gay is on for the extra point. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter before he kicks. Quarter away from a trip to Tampa Bay. We're back to commercial break. And then we come back. Matt Gay will kick the field goal and see if the Cardinals decide to even try to do anything for the rest of this game or if they'll just go with the flow, I guess. Used to watch JJ and is in town. That's pretty cool. JJ to retire after this year or next? Well, being's the fact that they're most likely not going to the Super Bowl this year, I bet he'll try to play one more year just to try to go after chase a Super Bowl. I don't know. Something tells me that. I feel like he's going to be back. Arizona going to be looking at O-line in the offseason. That's what I'm saying. Like, their offensive line is horrible. Yeah, that's true, Nathan, about JJ. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3, but yeah, it was more than 1 year deal, I thought. Especially if his brother gets Defensive Player of the Year, he can't let him get away with that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think TJ Watt deserves it, honestly. He's had a really good season, but I could see him coming back just because of that. Two years, yeah. See, I couldn't remember, but I thought it was like 2. Let's see, JJ Watt contract is yeah, it's a 2-year deal. All right, we got 15 minutes left of this game. All right. 37-yard field goal attempt kick is up. And it is good, so they extend their lead 31-8. You don't tie the sack record and not defense player of the year. Yeah, and he also was out with injury for like a game or two at least and still tied the sack record. I think it's TJ Watt and not even close. I don't like the Steelers, man, but like stats don't lie. It'd be rigged if you don't. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I agree. All right, 14:55 left in this game. And the kick is up. And it's going to be a touchback. All right, first and 10 for the Arizona Cardinals at the 25. Let's see if they go straight to passing or if they keep the run game. They throw and hit Christian Kirk for at least 5. You never know. Maybe Defensive Player of the Year voter thinks Watt is a jerk. True. All right, 2nd and 3 now. With forward progress, I guess they gave him 7. Quick pass to, looks like Zach Ertz gets the first down. Yeah, well, that Defensive Player of the Year voter is probably a bum. Go Rams, go. First and 10 from the 36. They said that Buda Baker is was responding to the EMTs. Kyler Murray throws and hits Kirk in the middle for about 7 yards. Looks like he'll be able to live for another week. You never know. You never know. Second and 2. They hand it off here, and they get the first down. Cardinals need Kurt Warner to come back out of retirement. He actually got them to a Super Bowl. Yeah, I was a little upset they didn't win that Super Bowl. I'm hoping for some sort of attempt of a comeback. You never know. That's what I'm saying. You never know. I mean, yeah, they just lost Buda Baker on their defense, so putting their defense back on the field, he's a pretty key piece. But I agree, KU. Yeah, I still think Warner should have got a ring with the Cardinals. And Fitzgerald, first and 10, they dump it down to Benjamin, and he gets a first down. All right, from the 39 now. Guards are front runners like the Packers have been traditionally. No coming back. Murray throws, hits Ertz in the middle of the field for another first down. There's 12 minutes left. I don't think they're like I said in their last drive in the third quarter, they're not moving quick enough to come back. Conscious of moving all extremities, bad concussion. That's kind of what I was thinking. They said he was talking to the EMTs. All right, Murray's at the LA 27. And they hand it off and he goes nowhere. Yeah, I hope so too, yeah. Yeah, because that was not very nice looking. That hit, man. He just kind of flopped. It was bad. 2nd and 10, Murray throws incomplete to Christian Kirk. All right, 3rd down and 10. They're 0 for 7 on 3rd downs. They are 1 for 1 on 4th down, though. You'll have 8 months to recover now. Yeah, I mean, it's going to suck that his team's most likely going to lose this game, but at least he doesn't have to, go into that mental stress of wanting to hurry back to play. 3rd and 10, he loads up deep and nearly picked off. Still could be bad if there's bleeding in the brain or spinal. Yeah, they said they'll update if there's anything, and, I'll watch too. All right, 4th down and 10. Hoping for the best for sure. I'm hoping the Panthers change their jerseys up a bit in the offseason because it could be clean. I think so too, honestly. All right, 4th and 10. Pressure's coming. Murray's rolling right. He sets his feet, and he makes the catch to Christian Kirk for the first down, but there's 2 different flags. So now it's going to be 4th down and 20. With 2 holds on the offense. All right, 4th and 20. So now they're going to kick a field goal. Matt Prater's 6 for 6 against the Rams. This is the long one. He's a good long field goal kicker, though. And kick is good. What a weird score, 11-31. No ideas why the Lions let Prater go. The 3-2-1 scream is getting annoying, right?
Straight Talk
Yo,
Walmart and Walmart.com. At Chipotle, this
what's
is our
up?
best burrito ever. Charred and grilled with a rich.
Just watching football.
It just happens to be made
I figured I'd bring you up here since this game's not very exciting.
with 100%.
Hey, it's only a 20-point game. Do I hear a comeback?
I was trying to create a scenario, but I can't come up with one.
No, unless there's like a turnover. Like immediately.
Thanks, Rick.
He just
What's up,
said
Rick?
what's up. Why'd you say thanks? He just said what's up.
What's up, Pops?
You're a dad now.
Always been a dad.
TV sound chain Walmart might sue you.
All right, shut it off.
Fatford just goes all Fatford.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him pull him out about now.
Why is Shane coming on looking like Bill?
Got that Belichick look, huh?
Ben said, "Hi, boss. How you doing?"
What's up, Ben? What's the weather like down there in Australia today? It's got to be nicer than here.
I'm sure it's like 25 degrees.
It's probably 25 there too, but Celsius.
Cincinnati at Chiefs AFC Championship tickets to go on sale soon. 60. I'll take 60 any freaking day right now.
Uh-huh.
I hate taking the dogs out in 25-degree weather.
We're going to get to 45 tomorrow.
Heat wave. I take the headphones out. I'm not listening to this game anymore, but Cardinals kick. He returns and he slides down at about the 12. What was the point of that? So they can try to run the clock all the way down the field?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think how this game can end stupid.
The Kitties could upset KC, but that means for sure that KC beats Buffalo, and that means for sure that Cincinnati beats Tennessee.
Either way it goes, if that's the championship game, I'll take it. I don't care how the game goes at that point.
Me neither. Let's see if they just run the ball 3 times straight.
I don't see why not. I don't see why you'd risk injury. I don't see why you'd risk anything at this point.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at the 11. 60 Celsius? No, dude.
No.
They run it up the middle for a short gain. Dave said it is ending stupid. The Rams are winning.
Dave does not like Rams.
Yeah, he pretty much said he's cheering for Brady next weekend since the Rams are winning.
Every time Cam Akers, oh, you're not there yet.
I love 60 degrees right now. Me too, ma'am. 2nd and 9. He checks it down to Akers. He evades the tackle, gets the first down, goes out of bounds, and there's a flag. After Stafford gets his playoff win, I'm good. Win or lose after this. So there's a hold on the Rams. It takes away that Akers run.
So I was going to say, every time Akers makes a good play, he loses it due to a holding call.
I think you're lying, Dave. I don't think it's 72 where you're at. There's no way.
In his house.
Maybe in your house, yeah. It's definitely not even 70 in my house. It's freezing in here. 9 minutes left, sort of, these playoff, and there's a flag. True. In my apartment. Yeah, probably. Actually, I don't see you being a keep your house at 72 guy. I'd say maybe you are, I guess. I was going to say, I've pictured you being like a 68, 69, maybe 70 at the highest. So they're running again. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. Yeah, I think it's definitely below 65 in my house. Alex low-key wants this game to end so she can rest more. Yeah, man, I'm gonna make some burgers. Well, Shelby, me, somebody's gonna make some burgers. And then I'm probably gonna try to maybe play PlayStation. I don't know. Oh, I just saw another flag fly out. Oh, and the play is called dead on 3rd and 8. But I was sick. I turned the heat on. It was like 78. Oh, my God. So my house stays cold because my dogs are so big. Like, I got it set on like 65 right now. And, like, if you touch them, they're like, you would think, like, they were dying. Like, they feel so physically hot. So I have, like, the house set at like 65. And there's like 2 or 3 fans in their room right now. Taken to the hospital, was alert and communicative, never lost feeling or movement per medical staff. So, I mean, all signs are fairly good right now for Buda Baker. So the flag is neutral zone infraction on the defense. But it's still 3rd down, so it's going to be like 3rd and 3 now. That was on Chandler Jones, who I've not heard their name said this whole game. I'm in the middle of an apartment building. My heater's on for maybe 2 weeks. That's fair. I only turn the heat on, like, if it's, like, stupid cold for, like, 20 minutes, like, when I first come home, just to warm up. Then I have to turn it back down so my dogs don't, like, die. They're actually pretty dramatic, too. Anything over 70 and you'd think they were dying. Like, actually, like, dying. Like, outside, too. 3rd and 3. Stafford's alone in the backfield. Hits Cooper Kupp wide open in the middle. He's still on his feet, almost down to the 50. Kupp! That's a big play. That's probably his biggest play tonight. He's only had like 2 catches before this one.
They haven't had to do anything in this game.
No, I mean, Stafford only had like, before this drive, like 12 completions or something like that. Run game. What do you think of them adding extra teams to the playoffs starting this year? They did it last year, too. The 7th seed was last year as well. Nathan Richardson said they should add an 8th team.
Make it even all the way through. You wouldn't have no buys.
Make it even, and you can still give the 1st and 2nd round a bye. How the heck were the Rams allowed to sign Eric Weddle, by the way?
He hasn't played in 2 years. He's on the street.
He's retired. After that Jordan Fuller injury. 2nd and 8, 6 minutes left in the game. I have no idea. I mean, I guess Brett Favre came out of retirement, so.
Anybody that's not on a team is able to be signed.
That happened. They threw it to Kupp again. He evaded the tackle right after the 1st down mark and got like 7 more. They did that with Kyle Long, the former Bears offensive lineman. The Chiefs did that this year. He had been retired only for a year, but he had been retired. Matty Stafford's like, it's too easy, man.
Jesse Bates texted Geno Atkins today. I watched his interview today.
They texted?
He texted Geno Atkins about coming out of retirement to play.
I didn't know he retired.
He didn't play this year. Nobody picked. he didn't come up with a deal that he wanted, so he didn't play this year because of his shoulder.
So they can going to pick him up for the playoffs?
I don't
That'd be
know
nice.
that they're going to.
I mean, he knows that defense.
I thought they'd go after the Lawson guy from the Jets. Shaq Lawson, is that his name?
There's too big of a gap in quality between the number 2 and 7 seeds. Most of the time. Time to start resting players. I think so too. Matt Stafford's obviously banged up. Like, take him out.
I would have had him out.
They run it with Tony Michelle. He gets hit for a tackle before loss. It's going to be 3rd and long. Yeah, who they got their backup? Hey, Larry Fitzgerald's there. Shelby's boy Kawhi. Jay-Z. It's kind of not silly to throw them all. Yeah, that's right. Pretty much.
Miss Megatron, Rick.
Who's the Rams backup though? Is it Daniels?
Chase Daniels? Maybe.
Because he was a Lion too. All right, 3rd and 9.
There goes Moon.
Me too. Was sorry to see him do a Sanders, but understood it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Chase Daniel is a Charger. Who's the Rams backup then?
I don't look.
Third and 9. Stafford's being chased. He takes off running up the middle and dives forward for a couple more yards. Do they still have that Wolford kid?
Yep, that's it. John Wolford.
I was like, who played backup for Jared Goff last year? That guy's not bad. Put him in. He could have played this whole second half. Yeah, that's him. I just saw his face on the sideline. I recognize the face. Yeah, he got that stinger last year and made Jared Goff come back from the thumb injury sooner than he wanted to. All right, so they're going to kick a 46-yard field goal. Kick is up, and it is good. Every kicker that's kicked a field goal this weekend is not missed. Kickers win MVP of the Wildcard Weekend.
So, I don't know if this is what it is or not, but you know our guy Jake that comes to my IU stuff?
Yeah, he was in here.
I didn't realize that the Rams actually have a running back named Jake Funk.
Yeah, it's their rookie. He actually played at least one carry today. I saw him and I was like, I don't know him.
7th round, 233rd pick. I'm looking at him.
Yeah, he actually had a carry today. And he played a little bit in the season, with Cam being out and Henderson dealing with injuries. And before they got Sony Michelle, it was Henderson and Funk, I think. And then whenever they got Michelle, they threw him in there as well.
It's been a long weekend of football.
Yeah. I mean, it's been nice. It would have been a lot nicer if all these were full games. The Philly Bucks game was a game for the first quarter and the last quarter. The first quarter for the Bucs and the last quarter for the Eagles. Chiefs-Steelers game. Steelers did well first quarter, and about halfway through the second quarter, it was just over. And then the Bills game, they played a literal perfect game. They never kicked a field goal. They never punted. They scored a touchdown every drive until the last drive when they put Mitch Trubisky in to kneel it. So that was never a game. It was over from the Bills' first drive. Jake from State from. Yeah, it's just not been a good week. I mean, the Bengals and Raiders game was probably the best game all week. And then the Niners and Cowboys game was a good game. It was just stupid.
That game made me mad. I don't normally get mad at football games. I was mad at that game just because.
I ain't mad. The happiest day of the year for me in high school was when our football season ended. Did you play football, or did you just hate when football was in your school, like during football season at school? I hated practice. Okay, you played football. I understand that. I played soccer, and I hated practice too. I also hated running, so, there was that. I loved watching the Cowboys go out like that. I do not care for Jerry Jones and all. Dude, I thought it was hilarious. I think Perna said the extra games earned the NFL $128 million, so they're here to stay. Well, you know what? Some of these just fell out into the 8 seed spots. They need to – these 7 and then the 8th ranked. These guys need to do better. Cowboys make me feel sad for a long time. We all complained while we watched the extra games. Yeah, I mean, I love it. But all these games were the same, man. Like, the Bengals and Raiders kicked off the weekend, and that game was good. I absolutely loved the Chiefs, but that game was, just dumb.
The Raiders the Raiders-Bengal game, it was the only game where both teams actually played fairly well.
Yeah. Georgia versus Alabama was not bad. Yeah, that was a good game.
That was enjoyable to watch Bama lose.
Yeah, I slept through most of that game too. I think I've been sick since then, at least. It was like a couple days after, about 5 days after the Bengals and Chiefs game that we went to. Since then, I've been sick. If there was 8 seeds, that would mean Wentz and Taysom Hill would be in the playoffs. I feel like one of those 2 teams at least would put on a better show than some of these teams. Like the Patriots. I'm glad Georgia won since they stomped the Big Blue.
I was down for Michigan and Cincinnati for Rick, for sure.
Yeah. Michigan looked bad, man, in that game. How high do you think that defensive end, Aiden Hutchinson's going to go in the draft, honestly?
I think he'll go 1 or 2. I think he's going to go top 2.
I was only going to watch if Michigan and Cincy won. I'm an SEC guy. And I'm an SEC guy. I mean, that game, if Cincy would have won, we probably had the opportunity to go. It was only like an hour and a half from here where the championship game was played. That environment was hostile, too. So, thank Jerry Jones' ego for that. He's going number 1. I was curious if anybody would think he's going number 1. I wouldn't see why not. I mean, I guess who's got the number 1 pick? The Jags? What do they need?
Oh, he's going to go number 1 then. The Jags,
I can see him going to the Jags. How awful does that have to be? Like, you're being a baller in college and you're trying to get a job in the NFL and like all the dumb stuff that's happened in Jacksonville this year. And you're like, great, that's where I'm gonna end up because I'm the best.
Well, you
I'm
remember
gonna
all
end up where all the fans came to the stadium dressed as clowns.
that brings up a great point. Remember 2 years ago when we were sitting here watching all the pre-draft stuff, trying to talk Joe Burrow into not signing if he was drafted by the Bengals. You remember all that talk? Because there was all that controversy about him going to Cincinnati. God, why would he want to go there? Yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Goes to show you that it doesn't. That one good influence in the locker room and one solid quarterback, and you can win.
Well, I mean, I think Joe Burrow was really okay with going to Cincinnati because, like, he's from Ohio. Like, I feel like that was honestly a big part of him just being very accepting to it.
I mean, Carson Palmer was, telling him he'd be broke in his first year. I mean, he was, but
and he was. He 100% was. Yeah, I remember him playing like the first 2 games. I was so nervous, but I was so excited. But I was like, they're gonna kill that kid. The whole time I was like, they're gonna kill that kid. Yeah, look at Peyton Manning's first season as a Colt. Comparative to what he was able to do and stuff. Like, it was not a good first year, but
3-13 to 13-3. That was his first 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's very similar to what Joe Burrow's looking at right now. I mean, he won 2 games, right? I know Finley won a game against the Steelers.
They won 4 last year.
And so Finley won 2 games. Well, I think Finley won 1 and Allen won 1.
Yes.
And Burrow won 2. So he went from winning 2 games to winning, 10?
11 now.
Well, that doesn't count the postseason don't go with your regular season, but yeah. Lions will have Goff for another year. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm not sold on Jared Goff. I don't like him. But I think he's got a good relationship with that head coach. And I think that run game they've got, if they can just continue to make their offensive line work, I think Jared Goff is like Jimmy G, man. He's enough. I mean, Jared Goff went to the Super Bowl. Let's not forget that. He's enough. Burrow.
I think it's Burrow now.
Burrow won the playoff game, and Dak ran a QB sneak with 12 seconds left of the game.
I think Detroit wins at least 7 games next year.
I'm going to say 5 for now, but yeah. I think that in the next 5 years, like next 3 to 5 years, we might see the Lions in the playoffs if they keep that coach.
They're already calling for Deshaun Watson in Philadelphia. I saw that headline pop across my phone.
Oh my God! Look, so many people think Jalen Hurts is bad.
Exactly. Teams need leaders, and he's a leader for a coach.
I'm trying to live, Alex, please. No, I'm serious. I think the Lions will win 5 games next year at least. Honestly, I think the Jets, I'll put them right in the same spot. I haven't seen either of their schedules yet, but we have to protect Burrow. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need to be getting sacked 50 times in a season.
I'm almost going to bet that they go out in free agency to get 1 offensive lineman, and then they draft 1.
I think they should draft 2 or 3.
I'm going to guarantee that they'll probably get 1 in free agency this year, though. Haven't looked to see who's all coming out in free agency yet. We got time for that.
There's a lot of free agents for the Chiefs that are going to hit at the end of the season.
This year?
I think there's like 15 at least. I know a lot of our receivers, like Robinson and Pringle. I know a lot of the defensive pieces, like I can't even remember right now. My head hurts from watching this game.
Sorensen, Matthew.
Sorensen, yeah. Matthew, I can't remember if this is at the end of this year or the end of next year. I feel like it's next year, but they're pushing for him to re-sign him this year. So you want to see free agents? I just wonder if Dan Campbell is going to be like Jim Harbaugh, burns too hot to last very long. That's a possibility. Look where he's at. He's in Detroit. It's like, will the city give him enough time either?
Well, Detroit's not as toxic as like Chicago. Or
I was going to say
New York.
Chicago. Chicago's horrible, man. Why is Matt Stafford still on the field?
I have no idea.
That's dumb. He won the game.
Yeah, no doubt, Dave. I got you, brother.
Let's see.
Yeah.
The stadium looks like a COVID crowd now. Folks in LA clear out early.
At least it wasn't red in the stadium tonight, like San Francisco game. At least it was mainly blue.
Right. Let's see. Oh, they have 29 players. Wait, that's not right. Looking ahead. There we go.
Yeah,
Tyrann Mathieu, their left tackle that they got from the Ravens. They signed him to a 1-year deal. Orlando Brown. I hope they keep him. Defensive tackle, Jaron Reed, Melvin Ingram, Tarvarius Ward, Mike Rimmers, Byron Pringle, Mike Hughes, Dan Sorensen, which he can freaking go, honestly. Chad Henne, Darrell Williams. I hope they keep Darrell Williams, too. I feel like he proved worthy. Kyle Long, which is the guy I was talking about that came out of retirement. Ben Neiman, Demarcus Robinson, Josh Gordon, Blake Bell, Alex Okafor, Austin Blythe, Jerick McKinnon. I hope they bring McKinnon back, too. I feel like last night he proved his worth.
Jerick McKinnon looked pretty good last night.
Michael Burton, their fullback. I hope they bring him back, too, because I actually really love him as an important piece in the Chiefs. Like, the fullback is underrated. Derek Nottie, Andrew Wiley, Dorian O'Daniel, Armani Watts. Yeah, we got a lot of players on free agents. Hope the Chiefs keep Pringle. Yeah, I do too. I mean, I loved Sammy. Don't get me wrong, but he, like you said, without the injuries, like he can't stay healthy. He's good for like 4 games a year, pretty much. But I love him. But
I think Mecole Hardman has a real big upside. He needs more reps.
Yeah, I think he's Tyreek Hill, just sitting behind Tyreek Hill. But most of the offensive linemen, other than Joe Thuney from the Patriots, they signed to 1-year deals. So they basically Rams are saying we're coming for you, Tom. Well, I wish they wouldn't say that, but yes, I hope they do.
Well, if they do what they did earlier in the season, they absolutely dominated Tampa. I know that has nothing to do with it, but
it just makes me nervous. Look what the Chiefs did to Tampa in the regular season, man. They put up 200 yards with Tyreek Hill in the first quarter of that game. Look, I get the circumstances were completely horrible in the Super Bowl, but, but all 4 games set in stone officially with this Rams win, and I'm pretty excited. The only one I know I won't be home probably at all 4 is the Rams and Bucs game. I don't remember what my work schedule looks like, though. I'll be here for the 2 night games, which are the Packers and the Chiefs.
I'm pretty sure I got to work 1 night next weekend, and I haven't had to do that in forever.
Night?
Sunday, I think. I think I got to work 3 to 11:30 on Sunday.
Yeah, so then we won't be able to do the Tampa game because I don't think I'd never get off by 3. Chiefs Bills game is going to be so much stress. So much stress. Mini Dr. Pepper guy is back.
I love the mini Dr. Pepper guy.
Me too. Yeah. Will you be home for the 4:30 for the Bengals game on Saturday?
Yes.
Because I probably will not be home in
I know
time.
I'll be home on Saturday. I don't have to go anywhere this Saturday, but Sunday I may have to work either a double shift or a weird shift.
Yeah, I can't do either early games, but I can do both night games. But we will be on, I want to say Wednesday, to do our preview/picks video, our stream. Usually we go on Wednesdays for that, so we'll stick to Wednesday being that day. So I know for sure we'll be back then. When's your next IU game?
Thursday at 7.
Okay, so it's not until after Wednesday. So we probably don't have anything tomorrow, but if we do, I don't see us having anything tomorrow.
Unless it's news.
Yeah, unless we get some news, and then we'll be back in. But I don't plan on having anything tomorrow. So far.
Thank you, Rick.
No, let's just say thanks for watching the game with me. See you next time. Thanks for hanging, Rick. Morning, puppet. Go ahead and say it. Cardinals trash. Enjoy the rest of your nights, Alex and Shane. Hope you feel better soon, Alex. Thanks, Nathan. I do appreciate it, man. You have anything?
No, man, I'm good.
Great job keeping the stream going through. Yeah, another boring blowout. Cincy versus KC coming up. Look, I took the day of the championship games off. I'm not working. It's not happening. I'll plan on lots of Call of Duty tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be playing video games all day tomorrow. I just woke up to a pleasant sight of Cards losing. Y'all, you make this stuff interesting. Love y'all. Love you, Kathy.
Love you, Miss Kathy.
But I'm going to hang it up for the night. I'm ready to eat some dinner and probably lay in bed. And I got to probably take my dogs outside. Make sure they're eating their dinner and stuff. But we'll be back on Wednesday to make our divisional weekend picks, predictions, and all the above. I will get the CBS games for this weekend loaded onto there, so where you guys can go in there and make your picks if you are in the pick'em pool. Hopefully I'll try to do that right now, actually, and then if not, I'll have them up by tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and take this crappy game score down, but we will see you guys on Wednesday.